Hello everyone, this is Toby with Birdsong Studios. How are y'all doing today? I hope everyone is well. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. I greatly appreciate your time, your attention, and your openness to these messages. So we are here looking at the new moon in Scorpio energy. Here is the sigil that came through for it. Although Scorpio is a water sign, it feels very, very fiery, but it reminded me of the death and rebirth process that is associated with Scorpio, the transformative aspect of Scorpio, and the phoenix rising aspect of Scorpio. And it feels also, which I recognized as I was in meditation prior to recording, the timing of me delivering this message to you, because not only is the new moon, this new moon, important at this time, and all of them are, the energies continue for at least a few days afterwards too, but for this particular new moon, it feels especially important for us to have awareness of how the energies then are persisting in the days after the new moon itself. Specifically, it feels like for the next week, week and a half, because it feels very much linked to the energy of the 1111 portal that we had just 2 days ago. And with that, of course, we've been working on clearing out anything that is not aligned with us, in particular aligned with the intentions and the manifestations that we are setting forth going forward. That was the focus, right, from 10:10 to 11:11, and peaked on the 11:11 portal. It's a huge time for manifesting. So although normally we would set intentions around every new moon, because it is, with each new moon, it is a time of renewal, a beginning of a new cycle, but this one in particular feels very, very much a larger renewal. This is not, it goes beyond the monthly cycle. This feels like stepping into a new timeline, and one that has been built upon the manifestations and the intentions we've been working so diligently on for the last month. So let's go ahead and jump into the cards. I'm going to start with the Life Soul Vision Oracle for an overall theme. I've just given you what I had in meditation, but so it's almost as if, not almost, but the message I was getting in meditation was that it's really not necessary for us to set intentions with this new moon. They've already been set. The intentions and the manifestations we've been working on for the last month are what are going to be the basis for the energy of this new moon. And actually with this new moon, in the days following it, we are going to begin to see how these manifestations are coming into the physical reality. Many of you are probably sensing them, as I am, that they are just right there, that you can already feel them in your energetic field. And it feels very much like we are going to begin to actually see those unfold and begin to be revealed in the physical world. And this is the power of the new moon. It's not really to set intentions now, because your intentions have already been set. Really, the work that's been done, and that was part of a big part of the importance of that time frame from 10:10 to 11:11, as we were building up to this new moon. You guys, the guide and the gift keeps coming out. That's so beautiful. Card number 53. And then we have karmic cause and effect. Yeah, what was I just talking about? Like, if you, everything that we've been working on or not working on, depending on where you are, and it's no judgment, because we all are on our own journey and path. That's a combination of path and journey, in case you're wondering. We are all on our own journey, our own timeline. And the work that you have done, that is the basis for what is the manifestations that are being revealed at this time. There's also a sense of, with this water breaking across these chess pieces, there's also this big sense to me about the cleansing of, I don't want to say the cleansing of karma because, but the cleansing of let's see if I can get this sensation into words. Give me just a second, guys. It's this cleansing of your energetic body that's releasing either karmic patterns or ties to the past. It feels like it's already been healed. You've already been working to clear this and release this. And because of that, this is, again, this is, with this new moon, this is that blank slate. We've been talking about the blank slate for weeks now, right? And it came up on the 11/11 reading as well. And so the work that you have been doing, this is the point of it all beginning to come together. And with the guide and the gift, this feels very much very much pertinent, very pertinent and associated with how that came through in the 11/11 portal reading. Remember, I was just talking about how these are very connected, and they are very connected. That's why these themes keep coming up. It's to show how they're interwoven together and how each builds upon the other. And that's the gift in this. And the guide, again, it feels exactly the same as what we talked about in the 11/11 portal. The guide is you. You are your own guide, and your connection to your guides, to the angels that you work with, to the ancestors that you work with. But it's that unique connection that you have and only you have. That is your guide. The gift in this is the gift you've given, and this sounds trite, but it's the gift you've given yourself through the work that you've been doing and how you've released. I almost want to push this one aside. Did you see that? It's that cleansing. The work that you have done that has allowed these things and these patterns and these ancestral wounds and generational family traumas and wounds and patterns of behavior to be washed clean. That's really beautiful. Okay, now we're going to go to the Christ Consciousness deck. This is very much associated with New Earth. One of the messages I received personally this morning was about how I was actually shown a potential timeline for a future incarnation for my soul. And when in a dream last night, and when I inquired in meditation with my guides this morning about that, the message was that the work that has been done in this lifetime has rerouted my soul's journey, so to speak, so that that particular lifetime, those experiences have been healed in advance. I know that sounds really strange, but that's the way it's feeling too. And the reason I'm saying that is because we are all doing work that's similar to this, that is feels parallel in a way. It is parallel. Look at how the lines are parallel. Oh my gosh, you guys. So we're all doing this work, right? We've done this work. And because of that, because each of us in our own way has adjusted the trajectory of our soul's experience going forward, that means that we all, because we're all intertwined, right? Each of us plays a part in another person's lifetime some way, in another, through their connections, through the actions they take, through the words they speak, through their energy, right? It's all intermingled. It's not just our individual experience as a soul, but we're all intermingled as a soul and a human. And so through that, this is the web that creates the ability for us to all experience new earth. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. And then we have grace, blessings, and goodwill. I'm going to pull one more. Yeah, because we're moving then forward from this place of, gosh, that just feels like new earth energy. Being able to be in a space of recognizing our blessings, of giving, offering grace and goodwill to others, and being in the energy of that first and foremost in all aspects of our life, in all interactions, and humbleness, modesty, and humility. It's this beautiful combination and balance of the giving and the receiving. The offering of blessings, the receiving of blessings. In the same way, the giving of blessings, the giving of care towards another, and then being willing to receive that with grace. Being willing to give that with humbleness, being in an energy of being able to give that with humbleness, and to receive with humbleness, and to offer it with grace, and to receive it with grace. Wow. That's really beautiful, you guys. That's really beautiful. Okay, let's go to the tarot. And, you know, things, let's see. The astrology of this time is interesting too, because we have Uranus in Taurus, which is opposite the sun. We have Mars in Scorpio. I think Mars is in Scorpio. Yeah. Of course, Scorpio, we've talked about, is death and rebirth, but it can be, it's very intense, right? It goes down deep. It is not afraid and is actually curious to look down into the depths, to really delve in there with interest, and then holds the ability to have acceptance for what's found there. And with Uranus opposing the sun at this time, Uranus is sudden revelations. And we talked about things coming through in your manifestations after this new moon. Oftentimes, and what I'm getting is the the reminder, excuse me, that oftentimes our manifestations come through in ways that are unexpected to us. Now there's that Uranus aspect. In addition, though, there is also this reminder that since we have, again, going back to the parallel nature of this, we've all been working towards this point, right? That means that these revelations likely are not going to be limited to us as individuals, but they will be on a collective level. Certainly, we have already seen that. It is only going to intensify. It is only going to amplify. So the ability to hold the energy of grace and humbleness is really important as these this information is being revealed to us. That's also, oh, that's interesting. That's also, it's also going to be key into discerning. Now, I say truth, but truth is, of course, relative to each individual and their experience. So, wow, I'm getting so many layers to this. It's so interesting. So there's the first, the ability to be humble and speaking one's truth, and humble in a way of not projecting it so that it not projecting it with the expectation that everyone has the same truth. But also, here's the other layer to it, is as we're seeing this information unfolding, being able to utilize the balance of these two energies to help us in discerning what is, again, I'm using this term loosely, what is the truth, what is the reality of what is going on. And the I laugh because reality is, again, it's based upon each person's individual experience. So that is why we need to go back to the guide, and why the guide is here, right? Your connection with your truth, your connection with your guides, your connection with your divinity, your connection with your angels, ancestors, those connections, those multi-dimensional beings, aspects that you connect to, that speak directly to your heart and soul. It's that connection that will help you in discerning what is the truth for you about things that are being revealed. How does that impact or not? How does it not impact you? But these, in particular, this humbleness, this sense of humility, that's going to be key in helping you discern what is aligned with you and what isn't, is what it boils down to. Oh my gosh, and now we have the self. Well, I guess I could have flipped that over to begin with. But look at how that mirrors this sigil. The dragon's coming out here and wrapped around her, and then the doves flying out just as we have it. Oh my gosh, wow. It's card number 14. And she's in meditation. Yeah, this is a representative of what I was just saying. No matter what is going on in the external world, and we're going to put her here, because the self is your guide, and all the aspects of self, all of the connections that speak deeply to you, to yourself, that is your guide at this time, because there are going to be things that are going to be surprising, and we're going to continue to see that as we move through the end of the year and probably beyond a little bit. But the work that's been done, I mean, the work we've been doing parallel as a collective, this is the manifestation of it. We have asked for the truth. We have asked for things to be revealed. We have asked for a fresh beginning. We have asked for the ability to create new. And in order for that to be facilitated, these things have to be revealed. So that's part of the karmic cause and effect, right? But we are in a space and an energy of being able to handle that now. There was a point in time when we probably would not have been in an energetic point of sovereignty, of understanding, of acceptance, of healing, that would have allowed us to be discerning when these things were revealed. So it's happening now for a reason, and it is our manifestation as a collective, and likely you will see this on an individual level as well. So there may be things that arise for you as an individual that you have manifested, and it's important for us to be able to be the observer of it, and to recognize why this is coming through now and what it's there to show you about yourself. Oh my gosh. And we have knowledge. Okay. So now the cards are coming out after I channel the information. That's interesting. Yeah, because it's information. It's learning for you. And look at how his arm is up towards the karmic cause and effect. So what information are you gaining through this? And I feel like it could be intense and a little disruptive, but it doesn't necessarily mean disruptive to your physical world, but maybe disruptive on an internal energetic level. It may be one that throws you off just a little bit. Triggering, you know, there's that word. It could be triggering for you, but now you're at a point of being able to see the trigger and move to a place of the observer, the witness of it, rather than interacting with it, rather than reacting to it. You have the wisdom, the tools, the experience now to be able to feel the trigger and immediately recognize it and become the observer, and then stay or move back into a balanced state. And very quickly this happens. It doesn't take hours, minutes, days, weeks, months like it used to. This happens very quickly. And this is something I've been noticing for myself in my own life, and I'm sure you guys are too, because with this coming up. And again, this sense of humility is being brought up, highlighted to me. And this recognition too that everyone, it's important for all of us to recognize that we are all on different paths. So you may find that there's someone around you who isn't having that, isn't at the point of recognizing the triggers as quickly maybe as you are, from your perspective, right? However, that's their path, and it's not for us to interfere with that. It's for us to have a sense of grace and have a sense of goodwill and have a sense of modesty and humility, and allowing and honoring what the other's experience is, because they are experiencing it for a reason. They're meant to experience it that way. Okay, let's see, what else are we going to do? So let's look at, I can't remember if I said this in the beginning or not, but it feels like this unfolding of these manifestations is, honestly, it could be for quite a while after this, and it will be, but I think that maybe the most striking things that come to our awareness will be within like the next 10 days to 2 weeks. So we're going to look at a little bit of information on what these may be for you, okay? So we have the Dragon of Earth, which is in the standard tarot would be the Ace of Pentacles. We have Abundance. Oh wow. Okay, I'll do one more. My candle's barely hanging on there. Trying to go out. That's interesting. Perception. Okay. It's just what we were talking about, but a little bit more detail with this. So the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. It is a new opportunity. It is something in the physical, right? So with this surprise or striking, let me get one more. Let's see. So I'm wondering, I'm going to ask if this is something internal or external, and I think it'll be different for each of you, but let's get a general. It's something you've been working on. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, Seven of Earth here, which in this deck is about alignment with self, but in the traditional tarot, it is, you know, it's energetic alignment. See how all of his chakras are lining up here. But in the traditional tarot, it's about planting seeds and being willing to wait and be patient with the harvest, recognizing that it is a process. So I feel like this is something that you have been working towards. So it is something in your physical environment. It's something tangible. However, I feel like it's not quite at its full manifestation yet. It is a process. So the surprise may be that an opportunity comes along that might feel counter to what you've been working towards with this perception card. But in fact, it is a way of doing what you've been working towards that you had not considered before. That is associated with abundance, and whatever form abundance, whatever that means for you as an individual. But it's represented here in, we have the fire dragon, we have the cornucopia. She's holding, I don't know what she's holding, but it looks like a little bowl that has water in it. It has all the elements represented here. Because she almost looks like the figure in the star. So that would represent Aquarius, but air element. So it's totally based upon your perception though. And that is where this sense of tapping in to whatever, whomever, wherever you connect with for guidance, your higher self, your guides, your angels, the ancestors, the galactics, that's what's going to be beneficial for you in gaining and maintaining this sense of greater perception and awareness. Because see how she's blindfolded? So it's going within. It's going within to determine and to discern what this event, what this information is trying to tell you and is here to tell you, and how it is the manifestation of what you've been working on. How it is the manifestation of the energy, the intention, the focus that you have been aligning with and allowing and surrendering to and discerning and embodying over the last, in particular, I'm getting again 10-10 to 11-11. So I'm getting again the reminder to say that oftentimes our manifestation, exactly what we have asked for and actually exactly what it is we wanted, shows up in a form that we did not expect. That doesn't mean it's not what you want. It doesn't mean it can't bring through and actually isn't there to bring through that which you have desired and what you have been working towards and what is aligned with your intentions and what you were manifesting, what you wanted to manifest. I love that we have these two cards that indicate a state of meditation. So meditation, quietness, stillness of the mind, stillness of your energy is going to be important through this process. Use the tools that have gotten you to this point, because you have so much knowledge and wisdom. It is available to you. And now this is almost part of this too, is showing to yourself how far you've come. This is, rather than seeing it as a test, Why don't we look at this, and this is where perception comes in. Why don't we, the invitation here is to look at this as an opportunity to utilize the tools and the wisdom and the experiences, the knowledge that you have gained. Everything you've worked towards up until this point, you have this beautiful opportunity to utilize them, to allow yourself to open up and receive with grace and humbleness this beautiful opportunity that is being presented to you, that is the manifestation of what you've been working towards. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your time, your openness to these messages. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you feel called to. If you would like a light language sigil reading for yourself, I would be honored to do that for you. The information in booking that is in the description box below. If you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out to me. Wishing you a wonderful new moon in Scorpio, and I will be back soon. Thank you.